Hey guys, I'm Otaku. And if you've watched my other videos, which is something you should definitely do, you'll probably know that I'm not the biggest fan of MHA. But I've never actually explained in great detail why. So today I'm going to share my excellent opinions on MHA. But disclaimer before we begin, I haven't actually seen all of MHA, I've just seen the number of chapters that is on the screen right now. So rather than this being a review on the whole thing, it's much more a video of me explaining why I dropped it. Now after that very long intro out of the way, let's start with the characters. I really don't like the characters, they're all very basic archetypes and don't seem to get any development, at least from where I read to. I understand Deku's getting a bit of development currently. But yeah, I don't really like many of the characters. Todoroki just seems like a quiet, depressed guy, Bakugo just seems like an angry guy, and Deku is just a crybaby, at least from what I saw. And the other annoying thing is the My Hero community acts like they're deeper than they are. They're always like, oh yeah, there's all these subtle character traits that they got. Nah, they're just archetypes basically. The one character that I do like is All Might. I wish we got a bit more focus on him because his story about like having to stop being a pro hero even though he was the greatest at one point, that's cool, and yeah, I wish we got a bit more focus on it. Now let me go into a bit more detail about why I don't like Deku, because this more than any other opinion in this video really does just come down to personal taste. I feel like Deku was made for me to hate him. He's got everything going against him, for me at least. Firstly, the fact that he's just supposed to be this normal guy who has no power, who then just gets granted a power. That's so annoying, especially since it really breaks the immersion and lessens the effect of anything he does. I know it happens in other series too, like Black Clover, something that I'm currently reading, and obviously Naruto. But with Naruto and Asta, there are other reasons for you to like them. With Deku, not really. Another reason why I dislike him is because he is just the perfect person. He never gets angry, he just wants to help people, and he just wants to be a good hero. And that really annoys me because it makes him feel like not a real person, and it also, you know, it's just really frustrating. Maybe because I can't be as perfect as him, who knows. And another reason is his crybabiness. Now, from what I was reading, it did start to get less and less, but at first, man, was that annoying. Now let's move on to the final set of characters, the villains. Now, MHA's villains is something MHA always gets praised for. A lot of people say they like him more than the main characters, and I just don't see it. Maybe it's because I've dropped it before the villains really started to get fleshed out. But let's take someone whose story I did see to the end, Stain. I thought I was really gonna like Stain because people are saying, oh yeah, he's so well written and complex and deep. And I'm sorry, but he's kind of one-dimensional. I mean, just because a character's killing off heroes for quote-unquote good reasons does not make them deep and well-written. Now let's move on to story. Now, I already mentioned I really don't like the main story of Deku being this random guy who turns out to be the chosen one. It's very annoying, especially since, you know, it would have been very cool to see Deku actually rise to the top with just strength alone, kind of like Marshall. But also, why are there so many tournament and training arcs? Now, I don't like any training arc, I think they're really boring. However, I think tournament arcs can actually be pretty good. Some of my favourites in anime, take the Chunin exams for example, from Naruto. However, at least this is how it feels to me, because the author's done so many tournament arcs, he runs out of more interesting things to put in the tournament arcs, so they just become a bit lackluster. Now let's go over power system. Now, I've added power system because I recently reviewed Hunter x Hunter, and that has a phenomenal top tier power system. MHA, on the other hand, is one of the most basic power systems ever. It's literally just everybody has a power, that's it. You know, you just got super strength, explosions, fire, ice, auto creation, all the basics, nothing interesting. However, despite all this, I really do enjoy the fights, particularly Bakugo vs Uraraka. I think the characters used have very lackluster power systems in creative ways, and the fights are like the only good part, them and All Might. And my last point to really drive this home, Mineta. Do I even need to say any more? So, to recap, My Hero has some very basic one-dimensional characters other than All Might, and it's got a really lackluster and basic story and power system with some interesting fights. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!